Hello and welcome to Rathod's IS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 22nd December 2023. So first of all, we are going to see the Delhi edition PDF, and later on we are going to pick out the articles which are relevant from our UPSC point of view, and after that we are going to see in how many dimensions or in how many perspectives we have to think about that topic. So that multi-dimensional approach is very important to write an answer and even to write a very good essay. So that thing that we are going to practice through this current affairs analysis. And whenever you are studying on single subject, you should not focus on only one dimension. So you have to try to connect with other subjects. For example, geography is connected with disaster management, environment. Yes or no? So that way you have to study your static syllabus. And one more thing here is you have to even connect your static syllabus with the dynamic syllabus. Okay, then only you can write a very good answer with the recent happenings which are happening around you. Okay, so now let us see the paper. So this is a front edition. So this is a front page of Delhi edition. So the article here is turbulent winter session ends day before the schedule. So before the schedule itself, one day before schedule, so this winter session had been ended. Okay, so here this article we have to focus on this keyword, that is winter session. So in our Lakshmikant book you will be having this topic called as parliament. Yes or no? So in parliament we have different sessions. So in these sessions we have budget session, we have monsoon session, and we have winter session. So from all these three sessions, winter session is the shortest period. Okay, so here you have to see like different types of sessions of parliament and time period of that session, and you have to see what is the importance of which session, importance of budget session, importance of monsoon session and winter session, you have to know. And the time gap should be between these two sessions it should not be more than 6 months. So this is a thing which mainly said. Okay, so all these things are very important, and this topic is important from your GS paper to under polity, and you can expect a prelims based question regarding these sessions of parliament. That's it. And next topic is Lok Sabha passes bill on CEC appointment. So actually here recently one bill which introduced regarding the appointments of Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner. So it had been passed in both the houses. So actually it has been passed in Rajya Sabha earlier, and after passing in Rajya Sabha, so again it introduced in Lok Sabha, and in Lok Sabha also it had been passed. And now this bill will be placed before President for assent, and if our President is giving assent, then that bill it is going to become an act or a law now. So here you have to see what are the provisions of this bill, okay, which is talking about appointment of CEC and as well as ECs. So here you have to know about even composition of Election Commission of India. You have to know about composition of Election Commission of India. So if you are talking about this composition of Election Commissioner of India, so we have one Chief Election Commissioner and we have two Election Commissioners. So this is very important composition. And actually this Election Commission of India which comes under constitutional body, that means Article 324 of Indian Constitution talks about Election Commission of India. Okay, so you have to know about even what are the mandates. Okay, what are the mandates or what are the functions of this Election Commission of India. So you have to see to which elections, okay, like for example parliament elections or the elections of president and vice president, that will be done by this Election Commission of India. But this same Election Commission of India is not bothered about elections of municipalities and panchayats. So there you have to read about State Election Commission, so which is responsible for conducting of elections for panchayats and as well as municipalities. So all these things are very important, and especially I have to focus on what are the provisions of this new bill. Okay, So we are going to see that in detail in the notes. And in this page, there is one more article is important from your examination point of view. That is, coming soon, a cafeteria for oil spill hit birds at creek in Tamil Nadu. So as you all know that because of this cyclone Mikhong, there is oil spill which happened, and even this case which is taken suo motu by NGT, National Green Tribunal, and asked this company and the Tamil Nadu government to give explanation regarding so why this spill had been extended till Pulicat Lake. Yes or no? That thing that we discussed, I think 2 days ago. So now here winter season, yes or no? So now we are in winter season, and this winter session is also completed yesterday. So actually the issue here is in this winter season, so this area, okay, this creek region, that will be attracting most of this migratory birds in Ennore. Okay, so it will attract most of the migratory birds at Ennore. So what happened because of this oil spill, okay, that means for example this is a water, and on this water this oil which had formed as a layer, for example in this way oil had been formed a layer on this water. So whenever these birds are coming with the contact with the oil, what happened? So their body temperature, okay, insulating material, that will be resisted, and the temperature of these birds will be decreased, and even they will be losing the grip. Okay, so because of this, that will lead to increasing of death of these migratory birds. Okay, so because of this oil spill, that will lead to the increasing of mortality of these migratory birds. So because of this, now we have to take some urgent steps to control the death of these migratory birds. So this is the idea of this article, and this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. So already we discussed about this topic of oil spill detailedly, right? So what is oil spill? What are the reasons of this oil spill? So what will be the impacts like economic impact, environmental impact, health impacts? So all these things we discussed. So now it is your work, it is to revise. Clear? So am I going fast? So please let me know whether I should discuss slowly or not. So whether this speed is enough or not, or else should I increase my speed? Okay, in city page I found nothing important. Yes, in this states page you can see, declare floods in Tamil Nadu districts as national disaster, says Stalin. So actually whenever any disaster which happened in state, so whenever it is declared as a national disaster, then they will going to get the funds from central government. So that funds can be used for reconstruction, rehabilitation, right? So here you have to know about what is the meaning of a national disaster. I will give you perspectives. So what is national disaster? This is the first one. And the second one you have to see is, so when can we call a disaster as a national disaster? And third one is, what is the criteria to be met? Okay, what is the criteria to be met to declare a disaster as a national disaster? So these three are very, very important. Okay, so this topic is important from GS paper 3 under disaster management point of view. So because of increasing of climate related disaster, yes, you can expect a question from this disaster management every year in your GS3 mains. So you have to focus on that. And if you move on, directly you can open your editorial page, because today is a Friday. So you will be getting other articles that might be not important in Metro Plus and as well as Spotlight. And next topic is India's skill report finds Kerala the most preferable state to work. So this article is talking about India skills report. It is talking about India's skills report 2024. So you have to know about what are the details of this report, and you have to see what are the key highlights of this report. You have to see what are the key highlights, and what are the details of this report, and you have to see why Kerala is top. Why Kerala, and you have to see what are the steps taken by the other states. So what are the measures can be taken by other states to increase the skill of people, because nowadays skill is very important. So rather than education, they are seeing the skills to give the jobs. For example, if you're talking about IT sector, so even though if you have done your BPC, even if you have done your B Pharmacy or medicine, then if you have the skills of making website or JavaScript or so and so, I don't know everything, but I'm giving you some information so that you can understand what is my intention is. So if you're having the skills like website making or developing or maintenance, then you will be getting the job in IT sector. So the same way here, skills are very, very important now. So imparting skills should be the basic foundation in our education. So even there is one article which says that AP government in schools are focusing on building of skills. So how can we build the skills? That is through practical knowledge. So rather than theoretical knowledge or rote learning, so if you're focusing on the practical knowledge, so automatically we can develop the skills in the children. Okay, so these are the very, very important things from this article point of view. So this is important from your GS paper 3 economy and even from your GS paper 2 society point of view. So in these two areas, so it is very important. And whenever we are talking about government is imparting this skills, that will comes under governance process. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember regarding this article. And most of the times you are seeing editorials, they are not much important, and most of the times the editorials are based on political things because of elections. So this article which is talking about 3 bills which are going to amend this IPC, CRPC and Indian Evidence Act. So in yesterday's class we discussed this topic in detail. So we are not going to take for today's discussion. And next topic it is about Money Laundering Act. So this article is talking about Prevention of Money Laundering Act, which has been passed in year 2002. And here we are going to see what are the provisions. Here we have to see what are the provisions of this article and what are the punishments and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So all these things are very important. And if you see this article, some political articles are given here, but we are not going to see that. So which is important from examination point of view, we are going to see that only. So political issues are not at all important. And next topic it is about All India Judicial Service. So if you are talking about UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, which will be conducting examination for recruitment. So this UPSC, it is a constitutional body. So in the same line, so for the appointment of the judges and transfer of judges, so we need this All India Judicial Service. So here we have to understand what is this All India Judicial Service. So what are the provisions under this? So what are the advantages and what are the challenges? So all these things that we are going to discuss. And this topic is important from your GS paper 2 under polity. And you can expect a mains based question here. Okay, this is important from your mains. So now let us move on. In this text and context, there is one article, it is regarding analyzing post office bill. So what happened on December 18th? On December 18th, Parliament passed this post office bill of 2023. And this bill, it is going to replace colonial era Indian Post Office Act. Okay, Indian Post Office Act of 1898. So actually why we came up with this new bill? Because we are going to ensure effective functioning of postal department as a messaging service, and even nowadays we can see post office is also providing banking services. To ensure post of messenger services and as well as banking facilities, Yes, we replaced this Indian Post Office Act of 1898, which is a colonial act, towards this new era Post Office Bill of 2023. So here you have to see like what are the key features of this Post Office Bill. So if you see the gist here, it says that this Post Office Bill 2023, which allows interception of articles transmitted via post on the ground, such as security of the states, foreign relations, foreign states, public order, emergency, public safety, or contravention of provisions of the bill of any other laws. So this bill which allows interception with all these things now, but earlier it was not there. And next one is Union Minister of Communications and Information Broadcasting underscored the owing to India's complex and diverse society. Okay, so because of this we need the provision for the law of national security. And even Law Commission report said that yes, there is a need of emergency. Okay, emergency has been explicitly defined that it provides a wide ground for interception. Okay, it provides a ground for interception and should not violate this article subclass 1, article 19 subclass 1, which is talking about freedom. Okay, so these things are which are given here. And if you move on to news page, so here you can see one article that is about Parliament clears law to repeal IPC CRPC Evidence Act. Okay, so this article says that yes, this bill, three new bills which are going to replace this IPC CRPC Evidence Act. So they had been cleared by Parliament. That means they had been passed by the both houses. And we have to see and we have to wait for the assent of the President. So after once assent of the President is given, we are going to see detailedly what is this IPC changes, what are the CRPC changes, what is this Indian Evidence Act changes. So everything we are going to see in those new acts. And next topic is under new law, doctors face 2 years of imprisonment for death due to negligence. Okay, so this article says that for doctors who showed in negligence and that if that leads to the loss of life, then they are going to get the punishment of 2 years of imprisonment. So this is very good thing that I can say, because lot of times because of negligence of doctors also, and especially in the corporate hospitals, so they will be saying that after paying of this hospital fee only will be starting this operations, or you have to pay the bill first, then only will go for surgery. So like that here many people they will be losing their lives. Okay, because as I worked as intern in the private sector or the private hospital, then I know about what is the scenario that is going on. So because of this I am sharing my practical experience. Okay, so don't take me wrong. And next, if you see in this news page, there is one more important keyword that is about CISF. Okay, so I think you might be studied about this paramilitary forces like Assam Rifles, ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Forces, and BSF, that is Border Security Force. So the same way we are having the CISF, that is Central Industrial Security Force. So because of this parliamentary security breach, now to prevent such type of incidents in future, so now Union Home Ministry approved the deployment of Central Industrial Security Force, that is CISF, in the parliamentary complex. Okay, so this decision which because of the security breach in this parliament, and now these security persons, they were responsible for frisking, baggage scanning, and they were suspended after incident. Okay, so 8 police persons had been suspended. So because of this now we have going to induct this CISF into this parliament. Okay, so here you have to know about what is the CISF and what is the mandate of the CISF and where they will be working. So this is very important from your internal security point of view. So this article is important from your GS paper 3 under internal security issues. Clear? And if you move on, here you can see important articles. So first one is WHO pre-qualifies a malaria vaccine by Serum Institute. So here you have to focus on the disease called as malaria. So malaria is caused by a parasite. It is a parasitic disease which is caused by Plasmodium, right? So in this Plasmodium we have different types. So you have to see the different types of Plasmodium, and you have to see what are the signs and symptoms of this malaria, and what are the drugs that are present to treat this malaria, and if at all any vaccine is present or not. You have to see all those things. And this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under science and technology. So actually this malaria, it is a mosquito borne disease. So the vector is mosquito, okay, that is female Anopheles mosquito. So actually Wolbachia, which is mainly used for the sterilization of this mosquitoes. So this Wolbachia, which is used to sterilize this mosquito, means to stop the breeding of mosquito or to limit the number of mosquitoes, right? So that question which appeared in 2023 prelims. So it is one important technology that we are using to sterilize this mosquito or to control the mosquito breeding or mosquito population. Okay, so this is about this topic. And next topic is missing for 42 years. Nandapa flying squirrel resurfaces in Arunachal Pradesh. So here this article is talking about one important species, that is flying squirrel. Okay, so actually from 42 years onwards, so there is no appearance of this squirrel, but now again it is appearing in this Arunachal Pradesh. So it is a nocturnal flying squirrel. Nocturnal means it will be active during the night time. So it will be going for the search of the food and it will be taking the food in the night time. Okay, so from Arunachal Pradesh, so it is going missing for 42 years, and now what happened, now they found this Arunachal Pradesh flying squirrel in this Nandapa. So you have to know about some facts regarding this flying squirrel of Nandapa. Okay, so these are some important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Now let us try to see the notes. So before seeing notes, I want to make a small announcement. We in Rathod's IS, so we are going to launch this new batch of answer writing for beginners for 2025, okay, from 25th December 2023 onwards. So if you are a beginner and if you are not having the confidence of clearing mains, and if you are having the problem of gathering content and to present that content and to structure answer and to write an answer within the word limit and time limit. So if you are facing these problems, then this course is for you. So try to come and join this mains answer writing course. So here we are going to give you 1 year schedule, that is 52 weeks of schedule. So based on that weekly schedule, you will be preparing and you will be writing answers. So how many? So for day we are providing you the one question. So for that one question you are going to write your answer, and that answer you have to send to me in PDF format to our mail ID. Okay, so after that you will be getting evaluated. So each and every word which is read by the faculty, and they will be giving you the detailed response or detailed feedback, like where you are writing good, so where you are missing. So everything will be given in a detailed feedback. So that corrected copy will be sent to your mail ID again, and you will be checking the feedback. So based on that you will be improving. So apart from that, every weekly once you will be having Zoom live interaction classes. So in that classes we are going to discuss your doubts, and we are going to discuss how to write an essay and as well as case study. So here we are going to have live case study and essay writing practice. So that will be very useful, okay, because many students, they had improved writing essay on online. And one more thing here is, what are the discussions you are having, that will be two-way discussion. So that will be not a single way discussion. So I will be taking inputs from you so that you can also improve your communication skills. So through this course we are focusing on both our mains and as well as interview point of view. So nowhere you can get this type of course. And here we are covering entire your GS syllabus along with static plus dynamic. Okay, static plus current affairs, which includes GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and on Sunday you will be having case study or ethics case study or essay practice. And for whatever the question that we are giving, so we are going to provide even model answer and detailed evaluation of your answer. And even we are having live doubt clear sessions and one-to-one mentorship sessions. So these are all the key highlights of this course. And if you want to enroll, you can call me on the number which is given on the screen. That is 8074765513. And even this is WhatsApp number. You can text me on WhatsApp also. Okay, so the price of this course is 8,200 rupees for 1 year. So if you can't pay that amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So installment facility is also available. Okay, so the course is going to be started from Monday onwards. And one more thing here is, so you have free orientation or live on this 24th December 2023 at 11 a.m. So regarding this live orientation class, which is free for all, so it is for only first 100 students. So you can get the ID and pass code in the comment in the description box. And even we posted short video regarding this live orientation class yesterday. So there also you can use the ID and password and you can join the class. And if you have any doubts regarding the mains, like how to write an answer, so what is about the keywords, how to structure answer, how to gather content, how to present answer, how to write essay, how to write case study. So whatever the doubt that you have regarding this mains answer writing, you can ask me and you can clear your doubts directly. Okay, so this is about the course. And now let us move on to today's notes. So first article, it is about appointment of CEC and EC. So as I said, this topic is important from your polity which comes in a GS paper 2. So you have to see the name of that bill, that is CEC and other EC's appointment, conditions of service and terms of office bill 2023. So actually this bill which aimed to focus on the appointments of CEC and as well as EC. So this bill has been already passed by Rajya Sabha on December 12th and finally it has been passed in Lok Sabha. So what is the purpose of the bill? The purpose of the bill, it is to repeal earlier act, that is Election Commission Conditions of Service of Election Commissioners and Transaction of Business Act of 1991. So earlier whatever the act is present, so that act is going to be replaced by this new act. So what are the key provisions? So first one is they will come up with a selection committee. So regarding the appointment process, there is no transparency and accountability. So to ensure this transparency and accountability, so we are going to come up with this select committee for the appointment. So in this select committee, we have Prime Minister and we will be having Union Cabinet Ministers and leader of opposition or else leader of the largest opposition party in the Lok Sabha. So 3 members are there, Prime Minister, second one is Union Cabinet Minister. So this Union Cabinet Minister will be nominated by Prime Minister itself, and third one is leader of opposition. So if there is no leader of opposition party, then the leader of majority party in Lok Sabha, which is in opposition, so will be taken into account. So these 3 members, they form for the select committee of this appointment of this CEC and as well as EC. And what are the validities of these recommendations? So recommendations that are made by the selection committee, that will be valid in the case of vacancy. So if there is any vacancy in the committee, and we have to take into account the recommendations given by this committee. And if you're talking about this search committee, so this search committee will be headed by Law Minister. Okay, so this committee which proposes the names to the selection committee. So this search committee will be searching for the members who are eligible, and those members will be given, or the names of those members will be given to selection committee, and the selection committee will be selecting the people. And next one is salaries and conditions of service. So salary and condition of service of this Chief Election Commissioner and as well as election commissioners, that will be equivalent to Supreme Court judge. It is very important. So it is equivalent to Supreme Court judge. And what are the term and as well as reappointment? So members of this election commission, so they can hold tenure for 6 years or 65 until 65 years, whichever it is earlier, and they cannot be reappointed. So one thing you have to remember is, if I am saying it is not reappointed, so we have CEC and here we have EC. So EC, he can become the member of, sorry, he can become the chairperson, that is Chief Election Commissioner. But the CEC and EC, they cannot be reappointed for the same post. Okay, CEC, he cannot be appointed, but EC can be appointed as CEC, but the same ECs cannot be appointed as same ECs. Clear? So this is about reappointment. And next one is removal process. So this CEC or ECs, they can be removed, okay, on the specified as per the procedure given in the Constitution under Article 324 subclass 5. So the Chief Election Commissioner, he will be removable in the same as manner as Supreme Court judge. Okay, and here we have ECs. So ECs can be removed by the advice of CEC. Clear? So this is about the removal process. And next topic, it is about migratory birds, and because of oil spill they will be having impact on this migratory birds. So this article is important from your environment and ecology. So if you see context, it says that, so actually they want to save the lives of these birds, so they want to catch this, okay, catch these birds by using the trap. So while casting a net to trap the birds is not something wildlife enthusiastic they are not recommending. So wildlife enthusiastic they are not recommending. So they are against trapping of this bird by using nets. So it has been recommended purely an act of conservation. So actually we want to focus on the conservation of these birds, but enthusiastic says that we should not use a net to trap these animals. Okay, so experts from this Wildlife Trust of India and also Bison Memorial Animal Dispensary, so they are planning to establish a feeding stations for the birds at this creek, where contamination due to oil spill from industries in Manali has brought down the bird population drastically. So actually because of this oil spill and contamination of this water with oil, so already the migration of these birds is very less. Okay, the number of these migratory birds which arrived here is very less. And what are the birds that had been arrived? So we have to focus on conservation of those birds. So here you have to know about what is this National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan. So it is very important. So here this National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan outlines the steps required for the management of responses. So they will be focusing on management of responses to marine oil spills in India. They will be focusing on marine oil spills in India. So if you are talking about the nodal ministry, so here we have NOSDCP, that is National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan, which comes under the purview of National Disaster Management Authority. So this authority which is working under Ministry of Home Affairs. And which is the implementing agency, that is Indian Coast Guard. So Indian Coast Guard is responsible for implementing of this National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan. Okay, so even this Coast Guard, okay, even this Indian Coast Guard, which acts as central coordinating agency. So it will be acting as a central coordinating agency for combating oil pollution in various marine zones. Okay, that too within the 500 meters of offshore platforms, refineries and associated facilities. So it is the responsibility of Indian Coast Guard. And next here you have to know about, so if oil spill had happened, so how we can go for checking that oil spill, or how we can cover, okay, we can remove that oil which is spreading over the layer of the water. So if you are talking about this remedial measure, so we have like different methods. We can go for bioremediation. So bioremediation is nothing but we can use some bacteria that will be feed on these hydrocarbons. And next one is oil spill contaminant methods. So like oil bloomers, skimmers, gully suckers, so etc. they can be used to remove the floating oil. And after collecting that, we can safely dispose that oil. And next one is oil spill dispersants. So they are sprayed over affected areas so that they will be absorbing this oil. So in this way we can address this problem of oil spill. And next topic, it is about India Skills Report. Okay, so India Skills Report 2024. So what is it talking about? So if we are talking about this India Skills Report, which finds that Kerala is the most preferable state to work because they are having a good amount of skills. So now let us try to analyze this topic. So this article says that Kerala has emerged most preferable state to work. So it is according to this India Skills Report 2024. So please tell me how many of you are from Kerala. And one more thing I remember, so in my school days, so as you all know that I studied in a private school. Okay, my school name is Sri Vivekananda Vidya Mandir High School. So in that school, when I was studying like 3rd or 4th, so we used to have the teachers from Kerala. So Kerala teachers, and they used to teach only in English. So that time from a normal small town, so I used to feel very much difficult to understand English at that time. But later on, after 2 years, I became habituated with the English. Okay, so in the same way, so now I found that this report is saying that the Kerala people, they are having the skill of talking English. Because that thing that I experienced even in my childhood itself. Just I want to share my experience regarding this Kerala teachers. Yes, if you see the context, it says that Kerala has emerged the most preferred state to work in India skill report. Okay, so Kerala has emerged the most preferable state to work in India skills report 2024. So Kochi, Thiruvananthapuram, they have come 2nd and 4th respectively among the cities. So here both men and women, they prefer to work regardless of their age. So here from Kerala, so women and men, they wants to work with regardless of their age. And this report published by talent assessment agency VVox. So okay, that is very important. And if you see the details, it says that the report, which surveyed about 3.88 lakh population or youth through a national employability test which conducted across the country, and this indicated that employability in India has improved with 51.25% of assessed youth because they are having the required skills. So Kerala was credited for ensuring a balanced approach towards education and as well as nurturing skills. They are not only focusing on education, but even they are focusing on nurturing of skills. Also secured the 2nd position in overall employability. So in overall employability also they are focusing on, improving of skills. Okay, and actually because of this, that led to the increasing of talent pool in Kerala. So Kerala was also ranked 3rd in the terms of highest concentration of employable talent from BE or BTech and polytechnic domains, and as well as highest availability of English skills. And the report which also stated that Kerala showed a well-rounded talent pool, and this had been enabled its performance in almost all the skills. So if talking about objectives of this study, so why we are going with this type of studies? So first one is we can understand the employable skills. So this program which underlines the importance of developing employable skills that align with the market needs. So whenever we are having the skills according to the need of market, then that will lead to the increasing of employability options. And we have to address skill gaps. So if you know the data regarding the skills, then only we can have the programs to bridge the skills. Okay, so the aim it is to identify and to bridge skill gaps by emphasizing the mapping of the skills needed in the industry, and even we have to reduce the disparity between the degrees earned and as well as practical skills acquired. So between the education that we are achieving, okay, we are completing education in the colleges, and what are the skills that we are getting, so that is mismatch. So because of this mismatch of the skills in education, so there is reduced employment opportunities. Yes or no? So because of this, we have to focus on improving of skills. And next one is integration of competencies and knowledge. So equal emphasis should be given on competencies and applied knowledge. Okay, and even like training to prepare individuals. So in this way here we can lead in this 21st century. Okay, so here what are the government initiatives or the schemes came up for the improving of skills? Like government came up with this Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So government came up with the Skill India program, and as well as sector skill councils, national skill qualifications framework, and skills promotion and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion, that is Sankalp scheme. So these are some important schemes came up by the government to improve the skills in the people. And next topic it is about PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So this money laundering is very important topic from your economy, and even we are talking about act that is important from your polity and governance. So if you see here, when we came up with this enforcement of PMLA, so we enforced this Prevention of Money Laundering Act in year 2002. Okay, 2002. It is focusing on to fight against drug menace and as well as terrorism. So actually, if you are talking about this PMLA Act, so this is the act of the Parliament of India which enacted to prevent money laundering and even to provide for confiscation of property which is derived from this money laundering. So it is focusing on prevention of money laundering. So if you are getting money from this money laundering, that money will be confiscated by this PMLA. And this act which imposes obligation on banking companies. Okay, they are providing obligations on banking companies and as well as financial institutions and intermediaries to verify and to identify the clients and to maintain records and furnish information to prescribe a form to Financial Intelligence Unit. Okay, so these are some important things which are given under this act. So what are the salient provisions? So first one is it is talking about attachment. So it is talking about prohibition of transfer, conversion, deposition and movement of a property. And next one is proceeds of crime. So any property which is derived or obtained directly or indirectly by any person as a result of criminal activity, that will consider this a PMLA. And money laundering. So whoever directly or indirectly attempting to indulge or assist another person or who is actually involved in any activity involving criminal proceeds and portraying it as unattained property, that will also comes under this money laundering. And what is the payment system? So the system which enables the payment, okay, so that is between the payer and beneficiary. That includes like system enabling credit card, debit card, smart card, money transfer or similar operations. And this one is punishment for money laundering. Yes, the punishment is given for money laundering. So the act which prescribes that any person found guilty of money laundering, so they shall be punishable for 3 to 7 years. 3 to 7 years of punishment or imprisonment. And if they are also involving the crime regarding this Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act, that is dealing with the drug trafficking, that punishment, that same punishment will be extended to 10 years of time. And next one is who is the adjudicating authority. So adjudicating authority is appointed by central government. So that is through notification to exercise jurisdiction powers, okay, under this PMLA. And even if you are talking about one more important thing here, so this PMLA will decide whether any property attached or says it is involved in this money laundering or not. Okay, so these are some important things. And next topic it is about All India Judicial Services. So this article is important from your GS paper 2 under polity. So this is a very important topic and it is a trending topic that I can say. So if you see this All India Judicial Services, it is nothing but creating of All India Judicial Service. It is a reform, and through this reform we want to centralize the recruitment of judges. So we are focusing on recruitment of the judges at the levels of additional district judges and as well as district judges for all the states. So like UPSC, it is conducting examination for central recruitment process of bureaucrats. So the same way we are having this All India Judicial Services. So they will be helpful for recruiting of judges and to assign them to states. So if we are talking about what are the constitutional provisions regarding this All India Judicial Services. So we have Article 312 of Constitution. So this Article 312 of Constitution, which has amended by 42nd Amendment Act, and led to the creation of this All India Judicial Service. And Rajya Sabha has to adopt a resolution mentioning the necessity to create this All India Judicial Service in national interest. Okay, and we need a special majority here, that is 2/3 of majority which is present in voting. The Parliament can then create All India Judicial Service by passing this parliamentary law. So if you see this infographic, you can know all details regarding this All India Judicial Service. So All India Judicial Service, it is creation of reform which aim to centralize the recruitment of judges at the level of additional district judges and district judges of all the states. And it's talking about Article 312. Okay, and the current system of recruitment of district judges, it is happening under Article 233 of Indian Constitution. So under this year, district judges, they will be appointed by governor of the state in consultation with High Court. So what is the need here? Because of huge vacancy of judges. So whenever there is vacancy, that will also lead to delay in the justice delivery process, and also because of there is lack of good quality of judicial officers, and there is lack of finances, and there is lack of a specialized state training institute, and also we are seeing the subjectivity in the recruitment process. So for all these things, yes, we need this All India Judicial Services. And what are the benefits here? So we can attract fresh legal talents. So we can ensure accountability and transparency in the appointment process, and the representation to deprived sections and women, and even there will be increase in the judge to population ratio, and we can see uniformity of adjudication across the country. And what are the objections? So whenever we are going for this All India Judicial Services, so it will dilute the separation of powers. Okay, there will be involvement of executive in judicial appointments, and local language, laws and customs, they can create the challenges as well. And even there will be probability or possibility of misuse by elites, and it might become discriminatory or for this weaker sections. And even there will be restricted promotional avenues for already appointed state officers. And even we have state minorities and backward groups, they will lose out on reservation benefits. So these will be some objections regarding this All India Judiciary Service. So these are some important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And if you want to get this notes, so please join the Telegram channel to download the notes. And this is our mains answering course. So please do join the course, don't forget. And you can join the orientation session on Sunday at 11 AM. So without any fail. So I want your presence in that class, so that if you have any doubts regarding this mains answer writing, yes, you can ask me directly. So that will be connected on Zoom. So we are going to give you mic access as well. Okay. And one more thing is, I will show you where you can get this download option. Yes, this is Rathor's IAS classes YouTube, this is Telegram channel. So every day we will be posting the notes here. Okay, so if there is any important update is there, we will be posting here. So please do join the Telegram channel so that you will be getting the class. And next one here is, I said about ID and passcode that you can get in this Telegram channel, and even the community box also you can get. Okay, so this is our Rathor's IAS Academy YouTube channel. So please do subscribe to this channel. And this is our website. If you want to watch the demo classes of different courses, so you can visit our website. So you can click on this course list. So here we have this mains answer writing practice, and if you want to directly go to the website, and you can click on this daily mains answer writing course here, and you can do the payment here itself. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So if you really like this class, hit the like button, and please do share this video to your friends, and do subscribe to Rathor's IAS Academy. And thank you so much for watching.